everybody! Look who's helping me with story time today. It's my kitty cat. Kitty loves pumpkins. Sometimes I dress my kitty up like a pumpkin. Do you think she loves that? Silly kitty, you're not a pumpkin. We have to have story time. You better get down. Come on. My silly kitty. She loves pumpkins almost as much as I do. I think she likes maybe not as much dressing up like a pumpkin as I do though. So let's start story time and we'll set the kitty free. Today we are going to read a story about a pumpkin who's different from all the other pumpkins. The name of this book is Spookley and the Pumpkin Jamboree by Joe Troiano. It's another scholastic book. Look at Spookley. He's glowing. Spookley the Square Pumpkin is as excited as can be because today is the very first Pumpkin Jamboree. Pumpkins from patches far and near will celebrate Halloween in his patch this year. Spookley wanted everything to be just right, so he and his friends had stayed up all night. They practiced bouncing, rolling, glowing brighter than bright, because every pumpkin that grows knows a pumpkin that shines on Halloween night is a trick-or-treater's favorite sight. It lights the way from door to door to treats and sweets and so much more. Spookley waits in the patch for the pumpkins to arrive, and when they do, what a surprise! There are silly clown pumpkins all clowning around, and prince and princess pumpkins wearing tiaras and crowns. There are sporty sport pumpkins playing a very strange game. So many different groups and not one is the same. See how different they all are? Just like you and your friends. And just when Spookley thinks everyone is there, the last group arrives and gives them a scare. They're big, they're creepy, their looks give a fright. The other pumpkins worry they'll ruin the whole night. Not Spookley. Spookley knew you shouldn't be afraid of someone because they don't look like you. He says to the biggest, scariest one, "Welcome to the patch. Do you like to have fun?" "I do," said the big pumpkin. "I like playing games." Spookley smiles and said, "I'm so glad you came." And before you could count 1, 2, 3, that big scary pumpkin is happy as can be. He is kind and gentle, friendly and sweet, the nicest pumpkin you could ever meet. Spookley tells the big pumpkin, "Come on, follow me. It's time to start the jamboree." And that's when the real trouble begins. The problem? The pumpkins can't agree on what the jamboree should be. Each group wants to celebrate their way and won't listen to what the others have to say. They quarreled and quibbled about which way is best. Each group is sure their way is better than the rest. This reminds me a lot of grown-ups right now. So when a clown tells a prince, "I won't celebrate with you," the prince declares, "Good, because I don't want you to." Then a sporty sport says, "We're leaving, we're through," to a princess who proclaims, "We're leaving too." They just can't seem to get along. I wonder what's going to happen. Spookley feels sad. I do too. He wants them to stay. he's sure they can have fun celebrating all different ways. He has to do something right now, real fast, or this pumpkin jamboree will be the first and the last. Spookley thinks, wait, I know something that might end this fight. The one thing we all do Halloween night. So Spookley starts to glow, and the glow he is glowing starts growing and growing. The other pumpkins gasp and stop in their tracks. They turn and see Spookley and start to come back. Spookley's square orange light reminds them all their problem isn't big and their differences are small. It's time to stop this silly fight. Doesn't matter who's wrong, doesn't matter who's right. It's time to do what they do on Halloween night and be every trick-or-treater's guiding light. They gather around Spookley and begin glowing too. Some red, some yellow, some orange, some blue. There are so many colors, so many wonderful hues, that an unusual rainbow comes shining through. There are no rows in this rainbow, none whatsoever. All the different colors are mixed up together. And each one is beautiful, separate and apart. But when it blends with the others, it's wonderful, colorful work of art. The pumpkins look at their rainbow, the most special one ever, and realize they can celebrate differently and still celebrate together. And that's just what they did. And later, when the children enter the park, Spookley notices that none of their costumes match, and the sound of the laughter the children are sharing is the same no matter what costume they're wearing. Spookley's Jamboree was the first one ever, and the pumpkins had fun celebrating together. They made lots of new friends and learned something too. What makes any holiday special is not the words that you say or the things that you do. It's everyone and anyone who celebrates with you. And just like Spookley and his friends at the Pumpkin Jamboree, you can be you and I can be me. And when we all shine together, even if we're different as can be, we make the most beautiful rainbow you will ever see. Isn't that true? When we all get along together, things are so much more fun. So even when people look different than you, or dress different than you, or are different shapes and sizes than you can still be friends and get along, just like Spookley and his friends at the pumpkin patch. Today I want to decorate a real pumpkin. I have lots of pretend pumpkins that are already decorated, but my real pumpkin needs a personality and a face. Everybody get your pumpkin, whether it's a real pumpkin or one you drew on a piece of orange paper or white paper colored orange, and we're gonna make a face. So whatever you're feeling, you can put on your pumpkin. I hope it's a happy face. And you can use triangles for eyes, a circle for a nose, and for the mouth, I'm just gonna put a happy little smile. And he has some teeth. He's lost some teeth. And there's my happy little pumpkin. You can also use just about anything. You can have ribbons or yarn for hair, or you could cut out shapes of paper or get googly eyes and glue them to your pumpkin. There's so many ways to decorate a pumpkin, and every way is the right way. There's no wrong way. So decorate your pumpkins, and I hope you'll take some pictures for me so I can see them. You can say cheese and have someone take your picture as a pumpkin head. All right, thanks for reading with me. Spookley's one of my favorite pumpkins, and I hope that you like him too. Bye, everybody. See you next time.